It's just the greatest thing in the world. I love this. It's just so interesting. Kind of wandered off into the woods here. Can't even see the airstream from here. So our campsite is somewhere over in there. But now I've seen this provocative sign, which I don't handle provocation that well. Right there. So I feel like I need to investigate. There's a mountain right here. And just speaks for itself. And this just looks like real misery, which is kind of my specialty. Of course, now, you know, it's easy to say, but now I'm right up on it. And this is exactly the point where I remember that I'm wearing the pair of shoes that are sort of my walking around camp shoes, because I've completely worn them smooth on the bottom. Obviously, strategic thinking is not one of my strong suits. Yeah, they're slick all right. I'm almost at 8,000 feet, so it's a legit workout. This was a widowmaker for sure. Look at that guy. I just fell over one day and landed like that. There's enough room. I've got like 4 feet, no, 3 feet here. That's good. But it reminds me, I was on this backpacking trip one time in Tennessee. A major storm came. It was a really heavily forested area. We were out at night. We hadn't got, whoa, nice view. Wandering around in the woods with our headlamps on, trying to find a reasonably flat spot to pitch our tarp. So all we can see is our little halo of light that our headlamp creates, and then everything else is pitch dark. We're walking through the woods and we hear this sharp crack, and it was not very far away. For sure less than 100 yards. So close. We couldn't see it, we just heard it. Which meant, obviously, a huge tree had come down in the wind, but it plays with your mind. Then you start thinking about, well, if one of them could come down, then another one could come down. How long is this storm going to last? And holy crap, there's trees everywhere. I can't get away from the trees, and it's a tarp. I mean, even if it was a really good tent, it's not going to protect you from a tree, but it was a tarp. We started inspecting the trees to try to find the very healthiest ones we could. You know, woke up the next morning and it was bluebird. It was, you know, the storm had passed, and it was amazing. I thought that was going to be the top of the climb. Gonna keep going in my bald shoes up the soft dirt, and now a little bit of pine straw. But it's awesome out here. It's a fantastic day. The trees are unlike that Tennessee forest. These trees look mighty, like they're gonna be here forever. You know, since we've been camping over here, 2 earthquakes. I had seen a report, a geology report, that says this area is overdue by, I don't remember now, like 20 or 30 years for a major earthquake. You know, you just never know. You kind of keep that going on in the back of your head. Doesn't really work on me, but then I feel that other earthquake we had And it was small. You know, it wasn't like, but it was more like just a little, you know, just like somebody grabbing your shoulder and kind of doing that. You feel that and you think, oh, is this the one that guy was talking about? There's a lot of really big, tall trees right all around us. I'm sure they've withstood other earthquakes though, because they're all pretty old. They've been around for a while. You're like, okay, it's been around for a while, so it should be okay, but the older something gets, the closer to the end it goes. Can't even see the bottom now. So I can see what might be a top, right? That might be the top, or just another false top. I don't even have my shoes laced up tight. There was a really big tree that had been put down. It had been cut and laid there. It didn't just fall on its own. Not talking about the Widowmaker. It looked like they probably had some guys out here on snowmobiles and maybe a couple of them flipped over backwards, so they put some logs in place to deter people from coming out here, because it's kind of remote. Sometimes being spontaneous will kill you. Oh, nice leg burn. Having to stop the camera now because my battery's running low. Looks like we're sort of at the top. We're in the high part, in the high country. I can't keep it going because the battery's almost dead. I've gotta go find a view. I'm going down this. See, I didn't bring an extra battery because I didn't actually intend to do this. I just took a quick little walk in the woods to kind of test out some settings on this camera, and you know, it's not my fault. They're the ones that put the sign down there that said steep climb. I can't help it. I mean, not really. Well, I'm on it now. I've got to go check this out. This trail goes somewhere. I got to stop this for a minute. I don't want to leave you hanging. Like, I'm sure you're just as curious as I am about what we're going to see up here. Okay, the heck with it. I just realized I've got my phone in my pocket. Of course, I don't know what the charge is. Yeah, I was totally ready for this. If this thing dies, I'm going with the phone. Got some little whoop-de-doos here for the snowmobiles. I'm not a snowmobile guy though. I'm more of a muscles person than a motor person. My legs need to be able to get me out of whatever they get me into. Nice little meadow up here in the high country. If I were in Wyoming, this is just the kind of place I would expect to see a moose come crashing out of those trees. You wouldn't be happy that I was up here. Those guys, they're so cranky. And pretty scary too. They're like a freaking horse with antlers. But they're real touchy. They're not exactly nice. But then, I'm kind of scared of horses too. Pretty much anything that's bigger than me. Okay, where am I going now? You know, I just thought I was gonna walk up a hill. I don't have any food or water. Nothing. Feels really remote up here too. There's nothing around besides trees. I should put my phone on airplane mode. Got 50% charge. I don't know what that's gonna do. It's not like it's gonna carry me home. Guess I'm gonna have to get off of this path in search of a view. It's not just jumping out at me. That could be potentially a view over there. Let's go check that out. There's a little break in the trees. I might be able to see off the mountain. Exploring is just like, it's like air for me. This is the greatest, it's just the greatest thing in the world. I love this. have no idea where I'm going. Oh, you know, speaking of which, since I just thought I was walking up a hill, I also didn't start my GPS app, so I don't actually have any sort of track of where I've been, but shouldn't be a problem as long as I don't lose sight of. Okay, I can still see the trail that I was on, but I'm about to lose it, so I better, do at least one responsible thing here. Start my GPS app, so in case I have to, I can at least come find this spot back in the wilderness, even if it doesn't take me home. There's no view up here. That's false advertising. I saw the break in the trees, and then I get up here, there's no break. Okay, but it's pretty sweet up here nonetheless. Nice cool breeze. I can smell these trees. They just smell delicious. Oh, look at that tree. That's unique. Looks great down here, and it's all bony up top. So you can tell we're kind of close to Yosemite, which we are. We're like a half an hour drive to Tioga Pass. Because look at this. The dirt is really just small pieces of granite. This whole place it's all miniature gravel from the granite. How do these trees grow in this stuff? Man, if I was a tree, I'd starve to death. I don't know how they do it. Might be coming to a place with a view now. It doesn't have to be a great view. It just has to be a view. Like, I've got the itch. The itch has to be scratched. That's my reality. Man, that poor tree. Had a good life, I bet. I feel you, brother. I know, I couldn't resist that. This might be it. This might be a view of some sort. When I come to a place like this, it makes me wonder what it was like over time. Whoa, this is interesting. I wonder if I can get down this mountain and back up over here. Look down there. There's nothing down there. It's like, I don't know what that's like. That looks like that's all that fine granite like this is up here. But why would it be cleared out down there? Because the water should flow down there, because see, it's high up there. Water should flow down there. That should be a great place for trees. And there's zero trees down in there. Look at that. There we go. Check it out. Look how jagged that is. That looks like volcanic. Okay, check that out. Completely different than the rest of this terrain. Like, we've got all rounded hilltops with, you know, granite and trees and pine straw, and then that just looks like the devil's backyard right there. That's a whole different thing. And then the trees behind it. You can see there's mountains behind that that are also covered with trees that are rounded. But that just looks like the devil took his comb and ran it across the landscape right there. Whole different deal. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get closer to that. This is steep enough that, yeah, I could get down it, but as loose as this is, and of course I've got the, you know, my not ready for prime time slick shoes. I go over there and see if I can get a little better view of, I don't know, what do I want to call that? The devil's cornrows, maybe? Oh, yeah, the devil's cornrows, I like that. I can see it through there. Oh, this might be a better view up here. Getting closer now. A little dicey here. I mean, considering I'm basically wearing slippers. Look at that out there. Look how interesting that is. It's just wide open. There's nothing growing down there. And you can see all that jagged stuff there. Much closer now. Yeah, this was like a cinder cone or something. Been on a couple of cinder cones in New Mexico and in further north in California, up at Lassen Volcanic National Park, which is closed right now because of that crazy fire they have going up there. 400,000 acres. Some nut job set his car on fire and then pushed it into a gully and started a fire that's 400,000 acres. That is one disturbed individual. It's really sad for so many different people. What can you do? Wow, this is cool. I think I've got a better view. Oh, over here. I think I've got a little better view of this area down here with no trees. See, this is my problem. It's like when you're interested in everything, how do you make yourself turn around? Okay. Check that out. That's all just like rocks down there. So let's see what we can come up with here. I know, I've got to turn around, but not yet. Not quite yet. Soon. Oh, wait a minute. I see something interesting up here. I'm like a puppy. Every shiny little thing that I can see through these trees, there's something different up here. Oh yeah. Devil's cornrows, baby. There it is. I'm seeing it now. We're almost there. We're almost to it. Oh, it's like a wall. Wow. Okay. There's that. See it through there? Can't see it very good over here. I can get just a glimpse up through. See? Can you see? Yeah, it's just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna go touch it. Go touch it. I'm good. Unless I see an easy, safe way to climb it. That'd be cool. Get up on top. Now let's look at it. I should have never thought about that. Now that's all I'm thinking about. When I get on top of it. There's nothing up here. There's no body, no nothing. It's right there. Definitely gonna touch it. It's still August, and barely. Probably at about 8,000 feet here, but man, even at 8,000 feet, I'm feeling it. We're almost there. Let's stop for a minute. You can see it. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, so here's what's going on. There's ball. Okay, this is my word. I'm sure I didn't invent it, and I don't know if anybody else uses it, but it's what I think of as volcanic glass. I think that's what I see up here. Not all of it, but like boulders too big for me to pick up. Okay, so look at this landscape. Look at the way the trees are here. Kind of gnarly. This is awesome. Right? Like, this is amazing. Oh, I love these trees. Oh, we can just like climb through here. Look at that. It's like the one straight tree. It's the outcast, right? Nobody else will talk to him. Because look at all these other dudes. They're just crazy. See? They're gnarly. get to the devil's backbone. And, no, not the devil's backbone. What am I talking about? I'm the one that named it. It's the devil's cornrows. Don't forget that. Yeah. Okay. So first, before we get a view of the cornrows, love that. Yeah. Okay, check this out. See, this is as smooth as glass, like I said. You can see it shining. Like it's smooth enough to be reflecting the light. It's solid. I couldn't move that boulder if I had muscles. And it's not all of it. It's just some of it. See through there? And then that's the cornrows. That's what I was seeing through the trees earlier. Basically a wall. There's no climbing up this. Not with my water ski shoes on. Looks like cataclysm is the word that comes to my mind. I'm feeling like I might be able to sleep tonight now. This is excellent. I'd sure like to get to the top of that. It's not going to happen now. Place. This is amazing. It's just so interesting. And now you can see, like, volcano, all this stuff. It just tells a story of that volcano probably spewed out all these little fragments. I've been in those cinder cones, and that's the way it works. It's like a baby spitting out the food it doesn't want, except it's rocks. Yeah, I still don't want to risk trying to get down that in these shoes. Well, not getting down. I can definitely get down. I can slide on my butt. But that doesn't work so good for coming back up the hill. And that's pretty steep. Yeah, so that's, you can just see all that black stuff in there. Look, see it? That's all that glass, black glass, mixed in with the other gray. Crazy, crazy landscape. Outstanding. That was fun. All right, see you next time.